Skip the character history. The soothing sound of the rail tracks. You are not used to such peaceful and tranquil You can't help but you had a knack for mechanics and electronics. So ultimately it came down to those two lines of studies. You learned wrench toss because you had your broad during the you thought about what to do for a moment. And then the man, as he was the you as a thanks, you traveled through after you were lead to their headquarters. And you learned weapon and you with this little information you managed to find are they just dreams? Save your character history. Skip the intro. You feel like you're working overalls. Did you forget to change your clothes? You could have sworn you were wearing something different. You search the luggage. You find 2 shillings. You search the luggage. You find 2 lucky coins. You search the luggage. You find duct tape.
You! I've been looking for you everywhere! Just where did you think you ran off to? Don't you understand the hurry we are in?
The eyes of the janitor bulge out from their sockets as his expression intensifies.
No one expects you to. You are a stupid fucking human after all. Now, get your ass back to the workbench. This is your last chance. Next time, it's punishing time. What? You're supposed to assemble new cubes, of course. As for how, figure it out yourself. If you're not capable of that much, you're beyond hope and useless in every sense of the word. What you Googling at? There's nothing to see here. Eyes on the cubes. Work, or I'll rip those eyes out of your pretty face.
Huh?
Use directional keys to assemble cubes. The girl in pink is trying to get your attention.
Where do you think you are going?
The monstrosity is down. You find a Kasara. The monstrosity is down. No reaction. The janitor seems dead by all measures.
Ah, there you are.
A mysterious person greets you in a monotonous voice.
Got you pulled out from that nasty place. You were going deep into that rabbit hole. Now you are safe under the beautiful green hue of the moon. Welcome to the Moon Tower. That is what I'm here for. To explain the situation you are currently facing, to explain the great once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that has befallen within your grasp. Since our could not possibly reach my master, I speak in his behalf. And who might my master be? Well, for now, let's just say that he is the delinquent one, Rare, the trickster moon god. And me, you can call me Perkekle. I am just a humble servant of his celestial majesty. You are the dreamer, he is the dream. My master has invited 14 of you to join us in this jubilee of cosmic proportions. 14 candidates, but only one true victor. The festival of Termina is upon us. But it is not a matter of what you want any longer. My master doesn't give options, and frankly, neither do I. This must all be very confusing to you. I won't burden you with any more information at this very moment. Just head towards the tower. That is all you need to know for now. I will gladly answer questions once you get there. But until that, let us meet again under the moonlight.
You wake up suddenly. Was it all just a dream? The bloody Kasara on your hand sends a shiver down your spine. Just what is going on? The train, it seems to have stopped. These seats are perfectly suited for resting. You just need to clear out all the papers out of the way first. You find a combat manual and pre-heval map. This manual depicts basics of survival in a close combat situations, as well as on the field. The following teachings can be applied both on the battlefield and in your everyday life. Lesson 1. Strategic dismemberment. Sever different limbs of the enemy to best subdue their attacks. If the enemy is carrying a weapon, it might be best to deal with that particular limb first. Going straight for the head might seem tempting, but attacking such guarded body part in the heat of the battle might prove out to be difficult. Taking out legs will often rock the balance of the enemy and make them vulnerable for headshots. Lesson 2. Rev up. As the fight goes on, you will get more Rev D up naturally, as indicated with your points increasing every turn. Use 1 or 2 points to boost your strength, or 3 to add an additional attack to your string. There are also different skills that require Rev points. These are mentioned in the skill descriptions. Lesson 3. Devastating attacks. Sometimes the enemy might be preparing for a devastating attack. These attacks cause massive damage or other status ailments that prove out to be insufferable. Most of the time these attacks are telegraphed somehow on the previous turn, and you can see them coming. You can either dodge devastating attacks by guarding, or you can risk it and face the coin of judgment. The coin of judgment is your last chance in dodging the incoming attack. You can affect your chances by throwing a lucky coin into the mix by holding Shift key while you choose either heads or tails. Ultimately, your fate will be chosen by the higher powers. Lesson 4. Shooting. You can use various different firearms on the field before even initiating a combat encounter to weaken or to kill the enemy before they get to the striking distance. Just have a firearm equipped, some ammo to spare, and press Shift. The effects of your attack vary from enemy to enemy. Weaker foes might even get killed from a single hit. Lesson 5. Running. Hold Shift to run. Running slowly depletes your stamina. If you run out of stamina entirely, you'll need a short recovery time to catch your breath before being able to run again. If an enemy spots you, you will go into tension mode where stamina depletes at an alarming rate. This tense moment will luckily pass by fairly fast. If you have firearms equipped, you can't run. No running and gunning. If you have injured your legs, no running either. There is a lot more to survival, but hopefully these lessons will aid you to get started. Good luck. The man in the suit is talking to himself. He seems to be completely lost in his own thoughts.
I'm late already, so late.
The man in the
I'm late already, so late.
So you're saying we're stuck here?
Pretty much.
There is something going on there.
The engine won't start. There must be something wrong with it.
You overhear a discussion.
Oh, the pretty lady got up.
Oh, there were still people inside the train. We don't really know what is going on. The train left us all here, at the outskirts of the city. All the train personnel, everyone, gone, no explanations. I tried to check up the train, but couldn't get it to move an inch. Now I'm no train driver, but I'd say the thing is busted. Oh, well, aren't we in a luck? Sure thing.
You change your outfit back to the working overalls. You just had these in your dream. Was the dream an omen?
Looking sharp.
You are ashamed to admit it, but you feel the most at home in this attire. You examine the engine, yet you find nothing wrong with it.
So how does it look? Oh? Well then. It is a mystery, all right. Maybe it is better we just wait for the train personnel to return in that case. If you're not in a hurry, I recommend just taking a seat inside and trying to relax.
Maybe we could introduce ourselves. Oh, you don't have to, of course. Don't worry about it. I didn't mean to be too nosy.
My name is Marina.
My name is Olivia. Lovely to meet you all.
You can call me August.
Karen Sauer, a journalist on duty.
Hey, I'm Henrik. If you need any help with anything, let me know. And this mystic gentleman over here is Osa. It was Osa, right? Silly, man. I'm pretty sure it was. We were the first to wake up.
Before you came out, we were talking about this. You saw a peculiar nightmare as well, didn't you? You didn't see it. Everyone saw the same dream before waking up in the train. The moon, the girl in a pink dress, the festival of Termina. It all felt too real to pass off as just a dream.
Not this talk again. We should have asked that army pig, that Bremen pig. He was in a way too much of a hurry to leave. I bet he knew something. This smells like a sadistic army experiment. Sounds exactly like something Bremen army would be part of. They had similar hallucinogens experimented on war prisoners. Now that the war is over, they have to get their guinea pigs elsewhere.
I wish I had your capacity in Feist, but I really have hard time believing every conspiracy theory floating around.
I'm a journalist. I've covered wars, you know. I don't need some flaky eye-patched foreigner telling me what is possible and what is not. You haven't seen what I've seen during these past few years.
I've covered wars too, Yina. All men and women for the past decade or two have covered wars. What's your point again? I've seen my fair share of hallucinogens as a doctor, and I can tell from a first-hand experience that there are no known chemicals that create visions that vivid. Especially visions that are identical with this many people.
You can feel the tension rising between these two people.
Deep sigh. I take it that we're done here. As much as I'd like it, I don't have time to play happy campers with you people. I have a job to do. Which way is the city?
Look, up there over the forest top. Can you see the tower standing erect in the mist? That tower marks the center of Prehevel. You can hike through the forest to get there. It is not that far away.
All right then. If I see anyone, I'll let them know you guys are waiting here.
Have fun finding a scoop from that sleepy town. You know where to find us if anything comes up. Shrugs. Wait here, I guess. I'm not in a hurry.
I couldn't help but notice your accent. You are from the old country of Oldegard, aren't you? Oh, I certainly do. The language has a special place in my heart. You see, my family roots come from Oldegard as well. My grandfather used to talk to me in his mother tongue when I was just a small child. I'm 1/4 Oldegardian, that is. I can understand the language perfectly well, although my speech might not be quite as fluent, I'm afraid. During my younger years, I visited the country a dozen times, but it has been way too long since my last trip there. The green valleys, the endless forests, and the 1,000 lakes call me. Maybe after my current business trip, I will finally settle down there and enjoy the long snowy winters and the bright summer nights when the sun never sets. Haha, it must be in our genes then. The northern wind summons us no matter where we travel. The green valleys, the endless forests. Maybe after my current business trip, I've lived a full nomad life, all my time, traveling from one country to another. It is almost like a family tradition at this point. We have always been on the road for generations. But I wanted that tradition to stop at me. My 2 children live with their mother in Valand. I do not consider it my home country per se, but I suppose that is the closest to one I got. In any case, I do want my children to have some sense of stability. Maybe it is time I take them see their roots to Oldegard. The green valleys. Maybe after my current business trip. Oh, you humble me with your words. To say such a thing is the highest compliment you could give me.
I think I should get inside. The mist is creeping in. Oh yes, of course. What do you think the dream means? You think so? It felt so real though. Can hallucinations feel that real? Not to mention, we all share the same experience, more or less. There is something more. Never mind. I think I should get inside. The mist is— oh yes. What do you think the dream means? I really hope not. I don't want to see that place ever again. Never mind. I think I should get inside. I think the forest bed here is very fascinating. There seems to be all kinds of medical herbs growing around.
Sigh. Maybe I should head for the town too. Oh, hey. My story. The name's Henrik 32, a chef. Single. My zodiac sign, suffocated soul. What else? Let's see. What else? That is private. Man's gotta keep at least some of his secrets. Oh, hey. Sigh. That is a good question, honestly. I don't think anyone is coming here anytime soon.
What is it that you want? It was interesting. What about you? What did you think of it? I am sure we all will be wiser in 3 days from now. What is it that you want? Do you think I could have come here for the festival? I know about it. The secrets are painted on the wall clear as the day. Not as clear as pre-Havilion Day, of course. It is quite misty here today. Maybe there is some wisdom in that too. I need to write that down.
He doesn't seem to be interested in small talk.
Then again, these army barricades suggest that maybe there is something to that crazy theory of hers. Nah, something doesn't seem right here. I'll probably just head out too. There is no telling how long it takes for someone to come for the train. Besides, the city is right around the corner.
Good afternoon. It is Kira Tanaka. Good to make your acquaintance. It is really troublesome what has come of our train trip, especially when you have a big meeting scheduled at the city. Not exactly, but the tower does seem like a good waypoint. Don't let my looks deceive. I do know my way around in nature. I think at least. If you'd excuse me, I really need to hurry now. A nice weather for a short hike, no? It is really troublesome what has come of our train trip, especially when you have a big meeting scheduled at the city. I'm afraid I will have to refuse your company. I really need to hurry, and I think I'll do best alone. If you'd excuse me, I really need to hurry now.
You find a vegetable pie. You search, you find a dried meat. You search the barrel for anything useful. You find a vegetable pie. You search the barrel for anything useful. You find a carrot. You find a golden chanterelle. You search the box for anything useful. You find mushroom stew. You find a meat pea. You pick up lavender. You pick up a green herb. You pick up lavender. You pick up a penny bun. You pick up a penny bun. What is this? You pick up a blue herb. You pick up a green herb. You pick up a blue herb. You pick up a green herb. There is something hidden inside the fallen tree. You find 15 shillings and an old bottle of beer. Oh, why were they hidden here?
What is it? Likewise. Now if you'd excuse me, I've spent enough time loitering around.
You pick up a blue herb. You pick up a red 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 herb. You are not entirely sure what plant this is. Is it poisonous or not? Maybe it is better to leave it be.
What is it? That is right, and I'm going alone, if that is what you were about to ask.
You pick up a fly. The disturbed man raises his rifle and clearly tries to take an aim of you. The situation got dangerous all of a sudden. Your words are in vain. The man has you in his iron sight. You pick up a golden chanterelle. You pick up a blue herb. You pick up a golden chanterelle. You pick up a golden chanterelle. You find a vegetable pie. You find a golden chanterelle. You find a red herb. You find a tomato. You find a red herb. You find a penny bun. The person is barely alive. You can already hear death rattle coming from him. You find 2 shillings. The person is barely. You find nothing. You got a lucky coin. You find a green herb. You find rotten meat. You find a bag of wheat flour. You find 3 matches. You find a cloth fragment. You find a penny bun. You find a bag of wheat flour. You find mushroom stew. There is an old rusty hatch here. It is too dark down there. You cannot see anything but darkness. There is an old rusty. It seems to be some kind of maintenance tunnel going deep underground. You cannot hear or see. It seems to be some kind of maintenance tunnel going deep underground. You take the broomstick. There is a toolbox left here. You find a cloth fragment. The smell is neutral. No idea what the liquid is based on that. The shelves are full of spare parts for different machinery. You find 3 bolts. The shelves are full of you find scrap metal. You find a pipe wrench. Cloth fragment. You search the box for anything useful. You find a bone saw. find an egg. You find a dirty toilet paper. There is a wooden chest here. The chest is empty. You find a bag of wheat flour. You find a turnip. You find goulash. You find a red herb. You find a green herb. You find three. You find a meat pea. You find a bag of wheat flour.
It is you. Just what the hell is going on in this town? The locals, did you get attacked too? Approach everyone with extreme caution. I'm not joking. Ugh. This scoop just became a lot bigger. I have to be careful what I wish for in the future. We don't do anything. I work alone. I have a scoop to investigate. Now the stakes just got higher, that is all. Hey, I wouldn't get anything done if I ran back home my tail between legs every time things escalated. This is nothing. I've seen way worse.
You find a piece of chalk. You find a paprika. You find rotten meat. You find a penny bun. You search the luggage. You find a red herb. The refrigerator is leaking dirty water. You find a white vial. You find glass shards. The monstrosity is down. You find a sickle. You find glass shards. You find glass shards. monstrosity is down. You find a sickle. The monstrosity is down. You took the villager head as a trophy. You find a bottle of beer. The door is locked with a simple lock. A terrible stench oozes from the refrigerator. You find a white vial. There is barely anything in the dresser, just some old socks and underwear. The basement seems damp and dark from up here. There is someone there. There is a bone saw here. You take the bone saw. A freshly severed hand is left. You take the arm. The altar of the new gods. To appease the one sitting at the grand hall, you must put forth a worthy offering. The bookshelf and the books have gathered mold in the basement. They are in bad condition. You find occult grimoires. There is a wooden chest here. The chest is empty. The monstrosity is down. You find a small key. The monstrosity is down. You took the villager head as a trophy. There is a wooden chest here. You find a salmon snake rune. bookshelves for anything interesting. You find the Mahaver. Random junk. You find scrap metal. Nothing interesting here. You find a meat pea. You find 2 shillings. You find a lucky coin from underneath the shelf. Nothing on the shelf catches your interest. The monstrosity is down. You find a severed arm and leg. The monstrosity is down. You took the villager head as a trophy. You find 2 The monstrosity is down. You took the villager head as a trophy. Random junk. You find a saw blade. There are boxes full of papers here. They don't seem important. There is a ritual circle here. You have severed heads in your possession. Do you want to sacrifice them all? You receive soulstone shards. The air got lighter again. Feels like a burden is off your shoulders. You find a piece of chalk. You find a yellow vial. You find a red herb. You find a meat pea. You find a turnip. You find a dirty toilet paper. You find a turnip. You find a bag of wheat flour. Nothing left here. There is a wooden chest here. You find a light blue vial. You search, you find a bone. Nothing left here. The door is locked with a simple lock. You could use the small key here. You check the bookshelf for anything interesting. You find the Skin Bible, chapter of Venushka. You check the bookshelf for anything interesting. You find the Skin Bible, chapter of Rare. You check the bookshelf for anything. You find the new poems of love and torment. You check the books. You find the Kaiser Critique. You find the Alchemilia Vol. 3. You check the bookshelf for anything interesting. You find the Book of Enlightenment. Vials and bottles that seem to contain detergent and washing agent. They are no use for you. You find glass shards. You find glass shards. You find 3 9mm. You find a blue herb.
For alum, myrrh's sake. You startled me? I'm always happy to see your glorious figure, love, but give me a little warning next time, all right? Now, if you'd excuse me.
You find a meat pea. You find a turnip. The cupboard is almost empty. There are only few small coins inside it. You find 2 shillings. You search. You find 5 shilling. You find an ornament lantern. His eyes are darting around the ceiling. He is seemingly distressed.
Can you hear that? I can hear a clock, but I can't see the goddamn thing. I can smell rosemary and garlic. I'm starving.
He has got a crazed expression on his face. You notice his eyes gazing right through you.
I can smell it. Definitely. You can't fool me? Oh? Oh? Sorry about that. I don't know what got into me. First, I was just lost in my thoughts, but next those thoughts consumed me. There is something wrong about this place. I came here to find something to eat. Not just for me, of course, food for the people at the train. I figured that could be my way of helping everyone in this situation. You saw all the food at the dinner table. This used to be the mayor's manor. He must have stashed all the food somewhere. Help me find the food storage and we'll be out of here. Help me find the food No idea. Let me know if you find anything.
The hallway seems to be blocked here. You examine the rifle. It feels crazy to you that such a simple apparatus can have such a big impact to the world. You've seen these things create destruction around the world, and you've created a great disdain over them over time. Having one in this situation, however, creates a sense of safety. You're not very familiar with one, but you figure that plenty of dull-witted people have managed to use one, so why not you? The party tries to escape. The monstrosity is down. You find a soul stone. The monstrosity is down. You took the priest's head as a trophy. You find 2.303 ammo. The cupboard is almost empty. There are only few small coins. You find 2 shillings. The reinforced door is locked tightly. There is a ladder to downstairs here. You find lavender. You find a penny bun. You find a penny bun. You find a goat hoof. There is a wooden chest here. The chest is empty. You find the mana key. You take the leather armor. The roots push through the ceiling. You could use them to climb down if you wanted to. There is a wooden chest here. The chest is empty. You take the fluted fold. You can't make sense of the writing. It doesn't look like any known language to you. You unlock the door. The shelves are full of spare parts for different machinery. You find a pipe wrench. The shelves are full of... You find glass shards. You find a vegetable pie. This must be the food storage of the old town. A terrible... You find a white vial. It looks like someone tried to cook something here. Looks like they weren't too successful. A basket full of potatoes. You find lavender. A basket full. The crates. You find an egg. You find a carrot. You find a goat hoof. You find rotten meat. The crates of. You find a vegetable. The crates of. You find a carrot. A basket full of potato. The crate. You find a dried meat. A basket full of potatoes and lettuce. They are no use without cooking. The shelves are full. You find a sea ration. You unlock the door. You could use the mana key here. There is a wooden chest here. You find a bear trap. You check the bookshelf for anything interesting. You find the Skin Bible, chapter of Grogoroth. You find a bag of wheat flour. You find a white vial. You find pep pills.
Help me find the food storage and we'll be out of here. You did? Lead the way. Jackpot, this is it. Oh, this stuff. It is the famous Bohemian truffle. The mayor must have gathered all this together when shit hit the fan. You could barricade yourself here for months with this much goodies around. I'll pick up the ingredients for a great dinner for how many people? Maybe 14 just in case. Yeah. Hey, I also found something interesting. Maybe you'll find use for these.
You get the sewer keys.
I figure you could get to the city with these. In any case, I'll see you back at the train in a minute. Don't forget to join the dinner. I'll see you back at the train in a minute. Don't forget to join the dinner. Don't know yet. I need to browse the selection first.
You could use the mana key here. You check the bookshelf for anything interesting. You find the Book of Fears. You unlocked the doorway. The basement seems damp and dark from up here. The book radiates light in every color of the spectrum. You feel like your journey has just began, as if your existence since this very moment has been like watching someone else entirely. You feel a perspective shift in your surroundings, as if everything was to shrink, or perhaps you were to ascend higher. You gain better understanding of yourself. The link between your mind and body has started its deterioration. You feel closer to enlightenment. As you finish reading the book, it crumbles into dust before your very eyes. You find pep pills. You find a dried meat. You find lavender. The door is locked with a simple lock. The sign says closed on tomorrow. You could use the small key here. The monstrosity is... You find a sickle. The monstrosity is down. You took the villager head as a trophy. You find 4 shillings. You find a Bremen gas mask. You find duct tape. The door won't open. It seems to be locked from the other side. You find a turnip. An empty barrel left here to gather rainwater. You find a vial of oil. The box has got some basic lavatory equipment. They are all dirty and disgusting. There is some used toilet paper here. You take some dirty toilet paper. It smells pretty bad. You find a goat hoof. You find 6 shillings. You find a meat pea. You find a bottle of vodka. You find a sickle. You find 6 shillings. The books have been neglected entirely. The lock of the briefcase seems to be broken and jammed. You find glass shards. The refrigerator is lit. You find a white vial. Charred black matter. Someone actually made this. With some effort, you are able to chip away some of the black matter with you. You find glass shards. You find a carrot. You find mushroom stew. The basement has been used to store useless junk. Other man's trash is your trash too in this case. The basement has been used to store useless junk. Other man's trash is your trash too in this case. You check the bookshelf for anything interesting. You find the Kaiser's rise to power. You unlock the basement doors. A smell of mold emanates from the basement. You find rotten meat. You find an egg. The monstrosity is down. You find a severed arm and leg. The monstrosity is down. You took the villager head as a trophy. There is a wooden chest here. You find 2.303 ammo. The gate is locked firmly with 2 different padlocks. The other padlock has a carving of an eagle, and the other has a carving of a 2-tailed lion. You search the trash for it. You find a syringe of heroin. Nothing left here. The shelves contain bottles of the cash register. You find 10 shillings. The shelves contain the shelves contain bottles of gin, wine, and vodka. On a closer look, most of the bottles look empty, and are there just for show. You find glass shards. He is sweaty and shaking. He is shaking his head.
Pantu, Pantu.
The boy is avoiding your eye contact the best he can. You notice shot marks on the bend of his arm. Looks like he's been injecting himself with something.
I don't need help. I need to deal with this myself.
He is shaking, and his skin looks very pale. The boy is looking at you in disbelief, but is clearly tempted by your offer. You look away as he injects the heroin.
Thanks. I'm Levi.
He is nervously looking around and avoiding your eye contact. Other than that, he seems decent enough.
I'm not feeling all that well. Would it be okay if I came with you for a while?
Levi had a rifle .303 MKI and 4.303 ammo with him. Seems like someone has just... There is something on the bottom. You find a white vial. You find a tomato. You find an ornament lantern. You find a carrot. You find nothing left here. The door is locked. You could use a small key. The door is too strong for you. You find a bear trap. You find 6 shillings. You search the you find 3 matches. You find a purifying talisman. You find 4 shillings. You find a blue herb. The monstrosity is down. The body of the Bobby was still pulsating steadily, but now it stopped. The husk of the Bobby feels stiff and hollow. The party tries to escape. There is someone crouched over here. Contestant heads is all you got. What do you want to trade them for? There is a wooden chest here. The chest is empty. You find 5 shillings. You find a piece of chalk. monstrosity is down. You find 3 syringes. The monstrosity is down. You took the head of needles as a trophy. The seats here look wide enough for you to take a rest.
Welcome back. I take it that you are now acquainted with most of your fellow contestants. Keep up the pace. The festival won't last forever. Since the of you are such late additions to the party, your days are already running short. The festival will see its climax in just 3 days. That is how long you have time. Use it wisely. To gut, scheme, and revel in the bloody remains of your rival contestants. It is a simple festival at its core. What you do and what you don't is entirely up to you, of course. Do you want to kill your fellow contestants? But enough about that. Let us proceed to the services I can provide. How may I best aid you in your quest?
Use a lesser soul to learn the skill Short Circuit. Use a lesser soul to learn the skill Trapcraft.
How may I best aid you in your quest? How may I best aid you in your quest? How may I best aid you in your quest?
You are just in time for the dinner.
You finish your dinner. It was surprisingly tasty.
So how was it? I guess I could have tweaked the spice mix a bit. Glad you found it passable, though.
Henrik looks happy with your reaction.
Good evening. We are still waiting for anyone to come for the train. But I'm not so hopeful about that anymore. You saw the locals. There is something vile going on here. This is truly a cursed part of the world. People butcher each other here without a second's thought. What got me on these cursed travels? I am what you'd call a businessman. I work for my family enterprise in the far reaches of the East. The moment the Great War ended and the borders opened, my father, he wanted to expand our influence here and arranged certain meetings. I was given the honor to work as the ambassador. What a great honor what turned out to become. Good even. We are still, but I'm not. There is something people, but I don't know these areas. No, never mind that silly assumption. There is some kind of vile magic and not to mention the evil omen everyone got in their sleep.
I think I'll sit down there for a while, if it is okay.
The others left for the city. I guess they grew tired of waiting. The doc did say he'd get some help here as soon as possible. You decided to stay at the train. Oh, what? That is so sweet. We got in after the mist got thicker. I don't mind waiting just for a little while longer. Actually, there is a reason why I can't exactly leave this train. I have a condition where my legs don't function properly. I'll spare you the details, but suffice to say it makes this situation we are in even more troublesome. I don't really care to talk about it too much. My legs just barely function, that is all. I wasn't T-born this way, though. I was 15 when I had a stroke caused by an abnormality around my spinal cord. Doctors did the best they could, but no operation really helped. The others left for the city. I guess you decided to stay at the train. Oh, what? That is so sweet. We got in after the mist got thicker. I don't mind waiting just for a little while longer. The others left for the city. I guess they grew tired of waiting. The doc did say he'd get some. You decided bad. What do you mean? This sounds like a plot from a suspense movie. I'm worried about the others. Would you go look for them? I don't think they've gotten far yet.
The sleepy one? Oh, it is little something I carved out of boredom, leaving my mark on the train. Just a normal Monday in the life of a vandal. Actually, it is the perfection circle. It is used to worship certain older gods. It might come handy if you know what to do with it. The sleepy one? Oh yeah, it was cool. There is something bothering me, though. No one talked much about the moon. That rapist smile will leave a scar in my subconsciousness for sure. Maybe it is just because I've been studying this stuff for the majority of my life, but I think it was a vision meant for us to decipher. Just seems obvious, you know. That is why I have hard time believing the conspiracy stuff the other guys were talking about. The sleepy one? My story? You gotta be more specific. I'm too complicated for just a few lines of dialogue. It is my hometown. I'm originally from Prehevo. But I'd never admitted in a conversation that I was from such a depressing and godforsaken small town. So you'll only make yourself look stupid if you go spreading the word. Even medium-sized cities can be uncivilized, believe me? The sleepy one? My story? You probably not. I'll be heading towards the town soon if nothing happens here. The sleepy one?
He doesn't seem to be interested in small talk. He doesn't. He is looking flushed by your questions.
No problems, all right?
He is looking
Yes? It is more peaceful that way.
He is looking
Yes? It is Marco. Good to meet you.
He is looking
Yes? Pretty much like everyone. I think it is annoying.
It is okay. Well, it is certainly something. I mean, I've been to war and I've seen things, but still. It is something.
Levi has trouble keeping eye contact while talking. Nervously, he looks around everywhere, but towards you.
It is okay. Oh no, I'm just tired. That is all. It is okay.
The door to the previous, looking through the window, the cabin seems pitch black.
Sure, I'm ready to go.
You are just in time for the dinner. Pretty good. Everyone seems to like the food. I was thinking about giving the soup a bit of a kick with some piment, but ultimately I played it safe. I think it was the right choice. You are just in time for the dinner.
You finish your dinner. It was surprisingly tasty.
So how was it? Good, good.
Henrik looks seemingly happy with a stupid grin and all. The monstrosity is rifle. Seems you find 2 point. The monstrosity is down. You took the rifleman head as a trophy. The door is locked with a reinforced lock. You could use the sewer keys here. You find 3 matches. You find a vial of oil. Levi is trying to seal his mouth and nose with his hands. The monstrosity you find in it. The monstrosity is down. You took the Ratkin head as a trophy. You find a penny bun. You find nothing left here. Nothing left here. You find pep pills. A dead crow. You take the dead crow. You find lavender. You find 4 shillings. The party tries to escape. You find a small key. You find 2 lucky coins. You find a white vial. You find a fly, Amanita. There is a wooden chest here. You find an artificial soul. You search, you find a you find a small key. You find 4 you find 6 shilling. You find 3 9mm bullets. The statue is broken. It seems to have been so for a long time. The sarcophagus is sealed shut. The stone slab cover doesn't seem to budge. Either it is heavier than what it looks like, or there is a mechanism, a statue of the Morning One. The sarcophagus is... The stone slab cover doesn't seem to budge. Either it is heavier than what it looks like, or there is a mechanism keeping it in place. The sarcophagus is... The stone slab cover doesn't seem to budge. Either it is heavier than what it looks like, or there is a mechanism keeping it in place. The floor tiles feel loose. Here, there was a toolbox buried here. Inside, you find the bolt cutters. Also, there is 2 bolts, duct tape and a bottle of vodka. An empty toolbox. You find a red herb. You find a syringe of heroin. You find a yellow vial. It is a confessional. You can use it to cleanse yourself of sins. An overwhelming aura fills the air as you sit down to the confessional. The claustrophobic little box creates an atmosphere of condemnation and spite. You feel as though a weight has been lifted from your shoulders, as if your sins have been absolved. With you confessions, your affinity with the Alamur is growing.
Ha 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 ha. It was a joke. I made a joke. My apologies. I am not a priest of Alamur in reality. This was just too good of an opportunity to pass. I could get to know the true you. Well then, I got the information I needed. I think I must continue my journey for now. Time is not exactly a resource we have in excess. This land holds many secrets. What you see and hear on the surface is not the whole truth. Again, I apologize if my trick was too rude. Goodbye for now.
You find 5 shillings. There is a wooden chest here. You find a sickle. There is rope tied on the beam. The party tries to escape. There is a body of woman in a wedding dress here. The woman seems to still have her wedding ring on. You take the betel stone. Some owner left their toolbox here. You find craftsman's notes inside. You find a shotgun shell. You find a turnip. You find a blue herb. You find a red herb. You find a ring of the still blood. You find a penny bun. You find rotten meat. You find an egg. You find lavender. You find a glass vial. You find a blue herb. rifle .303 MKI and 3.303 ammo. The trooper is down. You took the elite trooper head as a trophy. The monstrosity is down. You find 2 shillings. The monstrosity is down. The bones are cracked. The monstrosity is down. You took the monstrosity. You find nothing. You find a blue. You find a paprika. You find the monstrosity is down. You took the moon-scorched head as the you find nothing. The monstrosity is down. You took the moon-scorched head as a trophy. You find you find a piece of, you find a purifying, you find lava, you find moldy bread. You find a lucky coin from underneath the table. You take the film reel. There is someone's diary on the floor. I feel the rope tightening around my neck with each passing day. The city has always been narrow-minded and bigoted. If you didn't follow the doctrine to a T, you'd be persecuted to no end. The priests don't encourage this behavior with words, but they don't have to. The centuries of inbreeding and inward-looking has created an atmosphere where there is no room for deviation, let alone criticism. The mob mentality takes over the town at regular intervals, and the gallows become familiar to every nonconformist. I've seen this happen time and time again, yet for some reason I never imagined becoming the next in line to go. So here we are now. I saw the signs. I'll prepare for my leave. In the meantime, I take temporary shelter at these outskirts. The moon is awfully high tonight. I hear noises echo from the heart of the city. The mob gathered around that hollow tower. The high priest will have his speech there. I fear that I lingered for too long. I should have left the city years ago already. There is a portrait of a young man on top of the drawer. The person has his face scratched over. You find the portrait of a young man. You find rotten meat. You find an ornament lantern. There is a wooden chest here. You find a soul devour necklace. bottle of beer. You find a lucky coin. You find a you find a carrot. The door is locked with a ring. You could use the small key here. The books seem to be in good and clear order. You check if there is anything interesting. You find the truth under the moonlight. These books are categorized as romance and drama. Many of them seem to have scenes of erotica in them as well. The mug has a dried tea bag in it. The mug has a dried tea bag. The cash register seems untouched, despite all the chaos in the town. The cash register seems untouched. You find 10 shillings. You find a piece of chalk. You find a green herb. You find a cloth fragment. You find duct tape. You find 4 shillings. The party tries to escape. However, it was unable to escape. The party tries to escape. The monstrosity is down. The beast has nothing. The monstrosity is down. You took the fecal hound head as a trophy. Here lies Levi. Here lies Levi. party tries to escape. Abella is out of ammo, so she continues unarmed.